There we go. Okay, so in case you missed it, we've had a couple technical difficulties. We're going to be going from up to my home airport, which is KJYO, and then we're leaving from Abington, Virginia, which is the southwestern part, and that is KVJI. If you guys enjoy the flight, sorry for all the craziness, but sometimes this tech just kind of gets crazy. So I can only do as best as I can. So anyway, let's get everything going here. Let me go here. Let's just make sure the comms work. Radio check for November Charlie Juliet 472. So that doesn't look like it's gonna work. Let's make sure something here. You gotta love all this tech, because I don't know. Guys, it's just the Elgato stuff has just really been bad lately. Try something else. Let's go ahead and hit new flight just to make sure that everything gets synced correctly. And I tested this before stream and it just craps out. Let's go here. Let's just test.
This is what COM 1 sounds like. This is what COM 2 sounds like.
One more time.
This is what COM 1 sounds like.
Okay, we're good.
This is what COM 2 sounds like.
Make sure my mic works. Jeff, are you there? Make sure he's working.
Yes, I'm here. How can I help you on our journey today?
Just stand by, I'll tell you later.
Of course, just let me know when you're ready.
Okay. We're gonna get going here. So let's see what our flight plan is. Oh, we gotta actually import the plan. So if we do view, we should be going from KVJI over to KJYO. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and import the route. And that looks like it did what it needed to do, so we are good. And which side of the runway? We are leaving runway 24. Okay. Alright. Hopefully we can settle in and not have these issues. It's just been crazy though. Let's go, we're gonna go up to 45 today. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay. You check everything else. Fuel mixture's good. Flaps are up. Okay, let's get out of here. turn those things off. There we go. At least that worked. Ooh, this taxiway's a little uneven, but we should be good. Alright, so crap. Nah, I gotta go the other way. We were having engine problems, so that's why I went taxied up so I could come back down and make sure everything's good. Ooh, this is... They need to fix this. This is so uneven.
Trimble 2 Zulu Oscar, maintain VFR altitudes. VFR altitude 242 Zulu Oscar, thank you.
Actually, I need to change weather a little bit. There we go. Oh my god, this is so messed up. This is so messed up. The sign says 6. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me jump out of the plane. Look, this is 6:24. I just came from 6. This whole thing, I'm telling you, this whole thing. This is 6. Down there was 24. What the heck? All right, we're gonna cheat because we're gonna pick up the plane. Because when I came down here earlier, it said it was runway 6. Let's see, I think this thing is wrong. See? It's not right. That's messed up. Anyway, we're good to go. this one scenery pack for this airport, and I think it's messing with the sim. So we gotta go down and come back. Alright, here we go. The header. Oh my god. Sim brief, you cracked me up.
Tri-City departure, Primble 242 Zulu Oscar, requesting an altitude increase to 5,000 feet. Roger, 242 Zulu Oscar. Departure, Queen Air
See
21
so
Whiskey
many
2000
bugs
for 4,000.
this evening.
Queen Air 21 Whiskey, radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000.
I've been experiencing a bug for some time now where when you actually try to take off, you don't get enough lift, and then you pretty much stall out. Okay, we're gonna do that. And I need to come up here real quick. And let's fix the sound. There we go. Departure November Charlie Juliet 472 is VFR to Leesburg.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Tri-City approach Leesburg, roger. Say type aircraft position and altitude.
Currently at 3,000, Cessna C172.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Abingdon altimeter 3011. Leesburg is 210 miles west, bearing 103. Say request.
We're just VFR, I'm just letting you know. So, altimeter is 3011, November Charlie Juliet 472.
Cirrus 56 Kilo, radar contact, maintain VFR at or below 7,000. 7,000, Cirrus 56 Kilo. 56 Kilo, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
Since there aren't any major landmarks or natural features immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest airport, Old South Aerodrome, also known as 32VA. This private airstrip is nestled near Abingdon, Virginia, and it's a classic example of the many small, privately owned aerodromes that dot the American landscape. These kinds of airstrips often serve as gateways for general aviation enthusiasts, offering a quieter alternative to larger, busier airports. Abingdon itself is a town with roots dating back to the 18th century, and the surrounding region is known for its rolling hills and proximity to the Appalachian Mountains.
Alright guys, I'm gonna leave you guys in this view. I will be back in a little bit. Yes, I'm gonna leave you guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Actually, let me make that's it.
Since we're flying near Chilhowie, Virginia, one interesting spot to note is the White Oak Stand Airport, also known as VA-11. This is a small private-use airstrip that serves general aviation in the region. These types of airports are often used by local pilots for recreational flying, flight training, and sometimes agricultural operations. The airstrip is nestled in the Appalachian foothills, giving it a scenic backdrop that's especially striking from above.
Departure, Hotel Bravo Tango Charlie, Whiskey 2000 for 4000. Hotel Bravo Tango Charlie, Whiskey radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 3000. 3000, Hotel Bravo Tango Charlie, Whiskey. Hotel Bravo Tango Charlie, Whiskey contact Atlanta Center on 127.85. 127.85 for Hotel Bravo Tango Charlie, Whiskey. Good day.
Since there aren't any major landmarks or natural features immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Chilhowee, Virginia. Chilhowee was officially incorporated in 1913, but its roots go back much further, as it sits along the historic Great Road used by settlers moving west in the 18th and 19th centuries. The name Chilhowee is derived from a Cherokee word meaning Valley of Many Deer, which hints at the area's long-standing connection to Native American history. The town became a key stop for travelers and traders thanks to its location near the Houston River and the coming of the railroad in the late 1800s. Today it's a quiet Appalachian community, but from above you can spot the patchwork of farms and the meandering river that have shaped its story for centuries.
Departure Beechcraft 8 Yankee Kilo 2000 for 4000.
Beechcraft 8 Yankee Kilo, radar contact. Climb and maintain 3000.
3000, Beechcraft 8 Yankee Kilo.
So since we got a long flight, I'm gonna get cute. I'm gonna do some entertainment. I think I'm gonna watch some people play. Another streamer I know play some Call of Battlefield. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this without mucking up the stream. Yeah, let me see.
What's up, Clem? See ya.
Since we're in southwestern Virginia, one of the most prominent features in this area is Walker Mountain. This long, narrow ridge stretches for
5155,
miles
contact
and is
Atlanta
part of
Center
the
on
Appalachian
132.9 or
chain. It was
75.
named after Thomas Walker, an explorer and physician who led
32.9 or
expeditions
75 for Blue Street,
well before Daniel Boone made his
5155.
famous trek. The mountain is a favorite for
Beechcraft
hikers
8
and
Yankee
bird
Kilo,
watchers,
contact Atlanta
especially
Center on
during spring and fall
127.85.
migrations. From the air, you can really appreciate how the mountain forms
Switching to Atlanta Center on 127.85, the Beechcraft 8 Yankee Kilo.
What's up? Dan, did you play anything interesting last couple of weeks? Have you tried operators? I think it's awesome.
I know you guys think I'm nuts for streaming, you know, for flight simming and then watching people play Call of Duty or Battlefield, excuse me.
Holy crap, you see that flying?
Oh, I gotta turn off Jeff. Let me go here real quick. Let's just disable him. There you go. Oh, I gotta fix that volume.
Holy crap.
Let me just watch this real quick, and then I'm gonna kill it.
Got him. Holy shit, you guys see the bottom flying. Oh my God, that's crazy.
All right. Let's see. The first leg is 111 nautical miles. So we've got a ways to go. Yep. So the first leg is 111 and then another 73 miles. So this is a long flight. So I'm going to turn Jeff back on, give you guys something to listen to.
Since there aren't any major points of interest directly beneath us, let me tell you about Burke's Garden, which is just west of our current position. Burke's Garden is a unique bowl-shaped valley often called God's thumbprint because of its unusual topography. The valley was formed by the collapse of a limestone cavern, creating a natural basin surrounded by mountains. It was first settled by Europeans in the late 1700s, and its fertile soil has made it a prime spot for farming ever since. The area is also known for its connection to the Appalachian Trail, which skirts the rim of the valley, making it a favourite for hikers and nature lovers.
Sure everything's good with the engine. We can thin this out a little bit. Wait, did that work? Let me make sure. Nope. Well, I got time. I can figure this out. I can work on it when we're flying. So, oh, I know why. Because I removed something, so... Okay. And then let me go to... Make sure this goes now. Let's see.
This is your captain speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
I think that's... Test. Okay, so that's... Ooh. That's loud. Folks in chat, let me know how the sound is. Is it way too loud for the engine? Because sometimes it just seems like it's louder than for me. But let me see. Let me monitor myself. Make sure.
Since
You
there
guys
aren't
can
any
hear me.
major landmarks
Yeah.
or natural features immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest airport, New River
Simply,
Valley
thank you-
Airport,
thank you
also
so
known as
much.
KPSK. This public airport opened in 1962 and serves the Dublin, Virginia area. It's a hub for general aviation, flight training, and even some cargo operations.
All right.
The airport's 6,201-foot runway can accommodate a variety of aircraft, from small single-engine planes to larger business jets. Aviation enthusiasts appreciate its role in supporting
Yeah, I think
local
it's
flying
good
clubs
now.
and events, and it's also used by students from nearby universities for aviation programs.
I was playing around with something earlier. Okay. Here we go. There. This is actually the Echo sound, the Echo 19 sound pack that I'm using for the Cessna 172. So I'm still trying to adjust it because it is kind of loud. But yeah, this view is very, I love this view. Having the valley between these two mountains. Yeah. And Insane Tensions AI did some updates yesterday to the client. For the most part, it's working. It's just there's some bugs. So I'm still trying to, I don't know, try to work around it. So let me jump back in the plane and just see where we're at real quick. Believe we're coming to Blacksburg. Yeah. So first leg is 93 nautical miles, and then we got another 73 after that. We're gonna put this little plane through its paces today. See how the endurance is with it. So folks, if I disappear, I'll be back. I'll put a banner saying I'll be back. Just I have to go do a couple things, but we should be good. Make sure my synthetic vision. Yeah, we'll clear those mountains. Oh, that's right. Daylight savings tonight. Oof. Or actually, we're going back to regular time, I should say. fix this real quick.
Attention viewers, this is your captain
There we
speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
Since there aren't any major landmarks or natural features immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Radford, Virginia. Radford sits along the New River and was officially incorporated in 1892, though the area was settled much earlier thanks to its strategic location along the river and the railroad. The city is home to Radford University, which was founded in 1910 and has become a central part of the community, drawing students from across the region. The New River itself is one of the oldest rivers in North America, believed to be between 10 and 360 million years old, and it winds its way right through Radford, making the city a popular spot for fishing, kayaking and scenic flights.
Hey Jeff, thank you for that. How close is Radford from Blacksburg?
Radford is about 12 miles southwest of Blacksburg, so it's a quick drive or flight between the two.
But Radford doesn't have an airport, does it?
That's right, Radford doesn't have its own airport. Most folks use the nearby New River Valley Airport for air travel in and out of the area.
When was that airport built?
New River Valley Airport was built in 1962.
Hey Jeff, I'm curious, what is the winding body of water to the north of us?
That winding body of water to the north is the New River. Despite its name, it's actually one of the oldest rivers in North America, estimated to be between 10 and 360 million years old.
Wow.
The river flows northward, which is unusual for rivers in this region, and it's a favourite for whitewater rafters, anglers and geologists alike. The New River has carved out deep gorges and valleys over millions of years, shaping the landscape we see today.
New River goes north? That's interesting.
Yes, the New River is one of the few major rivers in North America that flows northward, which is pretty unusual and often surprises people.
Yeah, I'm sure my YouTube chat are surprised as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see. Yeah. So if the river, let's ask Jeff. So Jeff, if the river flows northward, which way do the fish swim?
Well, that's a classic question. Fish in the New River generally swim wherever the food is or where they're trying to spawn, but if they're migrating, they'd be heading upstream, which in this case is south, so they're swimming against the northward current.
Which is why I mentioned it. That's funny. Hey Jeff, Somebody in YouTube chat is asking who you are. Can you talk a little bit about yourself? It is.
Sure thing. I'm Jeff, your aviation tour guide and a bit of an aviation nerd. I love sharing stories about the places we fly over, especially anything related to airports, natural landmarks and the history behind them. My job is to make our journey more interesting by pointing out things you might spot from the air and giving you the backstory, whether it's about a mountain, river or even a quirky local legend.
So yes, that is AI. It is Say Intentions AI. So over your intercom, you can pick either like a tour guide, you can do a mentor, you can have another co-pilot. For larger aircraft, you can put a cabin crew back there, and then you can set it up to do like sky ops and things like that. There's a lot of things you can do with the Say Intentions. But I find it actually kind of interesting because there's a lot of things like this river. I did not know that river actually existed, so that was pretty cool to learn. Yes, Say Intentions AI is a third-party add-on. You can buy it one time annually, or you can rent it. You can subscribe each month. But they also do the air traffic controller. So if you don't like to do the in-game sim, you know, the ATC that's built in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and then you don't like using that sim to talk live, then the next best thing is like an AI. So this actually competes with Beyond ATC. But they're always pushing up stuff. They yesterday they finally released to the subscribers Copilot, so he can help you run down the checklist. The Copilot stuff I'm still trying to get used to. That one. So I think after today the prices are going to go up, but if you order today, let me find it for you. I'll tell you right now. So they have a couple things. There's something called Entourage. If you go to their page, sayintentions.ai, it's $49.95 one time, but that is not the AI. This is more like if you just want the tour guides, radio chatter, pushbacks, cabin crews, AI mentors, ground ops, progressive taxi. Then there's the premium, which is the ATC, and then that gives you the IFR and VFR, your AI co-pilot. So to answer your question, currently if you pay it annually, it's $16.25. And let me find it. So do the math. Let's see, 1625 times, whoops. Or 1625 times 12. About 195, but it is going up after today. Let me see. Let me do this. Where are we? I can't find my screen again. There we go. I put the link in the chat. There we go. There is a 24-hour free trial if you want to check it out. But like I said, it's, you know, you still have some time to do the trial, and then
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately
choose
visible,
to
let me tell you about
upgrade
the
it
closest city, Blacksburg,
to
Virginia.
subscribe tonight before it
Blacksburg
goes
is home
up.
to Virginia Tech, which was founded in 1872 as a land-grant university and has grown into one of the leading research institutions in the country. The town itself was established in 1798 and named after
And you'll
William
be
Black, who
grandfathered
donated
in.
the
That's
land
what I'm
for the
trying to
original
say.
settlement. It's
If
nestled
you
in
wait
the
till
Blue
it
Ridge Mountains,
increases,
which gives
then
the
you're on the
scenic
new
backdrop
plan.
that's
So if
especially
you
impressive
buy
from the air.
tonight, then you get the early price, and you'll be grandfathered in for the year. And with the add-on, you can tell it not to record your flights and your voice. You have control in the privacy settings, so just be aware of that. I feel that that's only fair to tell people, because some people get this and don't realize that if you're having a conversation with the AI, it can be recorded if you allow it. And I believe it is on by default. So you want to go to the settings under privacy and turn that off if you don't want to have it saved, you like your conversation saved. I actually let them right now just to help the developers troubleshoot, because I'll be having a conversation. Sometimes the AI doesn't get things right. They can actually go back and replay the flight and actually hear how I was talking to AI. Pretty funny though, because sometimes they get mad at the AI, like, hey, you're not doing it right, or you're not understanding. Let me just double check this real quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna go catch some chow. I will be back and land this bird. Later on, I've got quite a bit of time. Yeah. Let me just do my... Still too early for my procedure, but I think we'll be good. Actually, I think I'm going to climb to... Let's see. We're gonna ask for clearance to go up to 5,000 just to make sure we don't crash. Departure November Charlie July 472, currently at 4,500, would like to increase to 55.
November Charlie Juliet 472, climb and maintain 5500.
Climb and maintain 5500, November Charlie July 472. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just crank that up there. we go. We're good. We'll get our speed back. There we go. I just don't
Since
want
there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest airport. Newcastle International Airport, also known as VA85. This small private
guys,
use
I'll be back in a
airstrip
little
serves
bit.
the Newcastle area and is nestled in the Appalachian foothills. These types of airstrips are popular with general aviation pilots who enjoy the challenge of landing in more remote scenic locations. The airport is a great example of how aviation connects even the most rural communities, making it possible for pilots and enthusiasts to explore the less traveled corners of Virginia.
Departure Cessna 62 X-ray 2000 for 4000.
Cessna 62 X-ray radar contact. VFR altitude.
4000 Cessna 62 X-ray.
Viva 7345, contact Santa Lucia Tower on 118.9er.
118.9er for Viva 7345, good day.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Fincastle, Virginia. Fincastle was established in 1772 and is one of the oldest towns in the region. It was named after George, Lord Fincastle, the son of Lord Dunmore, who was the last royal governor of Virginia. The town is known for its well-preserved 18th and 19th century architecture, with many original buildings still standing along its main street. Fincastle has served as the county seat of Botetourt County for over 2 centuries, and its courthouse, built in 1845, is listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
November 565 Sierra Hotel, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
127.85 here at November 565 Sierra Hotel.
Departure SkyWest 5350 2000 for 4000.
SkyWest 5350, radar contact, climb and maintain 11-1000.
Up to 11-1000, SkyWest 5350.
November 77 Yankee Juliet, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
127.85 for November 77 Yankee Juliet, good day.
November 8 Niner Hotel, November, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
127.85 for November 8 Niner Hotel, November.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Eagle Rock, Virginia. Eagle Rock is a small community that got its name from a large rock formation along the James River, which early settlers thought resembled an eagle. The town became a notable stop in the 19th century when the Richmond and Allegheny Railroad came through, making it an important hub for transporting iron ore and timber. The James River itself has played a huge role
November
in
19 Romeo Kilo, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
for highways and railroads.
127.85, November 19 Romeo Kilo.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Natural Bridge, Virginia. Natural Bridge is famous for its massive limestone arch, which was carved out over thousands of years by Cedar Creek. The bridge itself stands 215 feet high and spans 90 feet, making it a truly impressive sight from both the ground and the air. It was once owned by Thomas Jefferson, who purchased it from King George III in 1774 for 20 shillings. The area has attracted visitors for centuries, including George Washington, who is said to have carved his initials into the rock.
SkyWest 5606, contact Washington Center on 128.6.
for SkyWest 5606. Good day.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Lexington, Virginia. Lexington was founded in 1778 and is well known as the home of two historic colleges, Washington and Lee University, established in 1749, and the Virginia Military Institute, founded in 1839. The town played a significant role during the Civil War and is the final resting place of both Stonewall Jackson and Robert E. Lee. The architecture in Lexington is a blend of 19th century styles, and from above you can spot the iconic red brick buildings and the lush tree-lined streets.
SkyWest 5350, contact Chicago Tower on 133.0.
133.0 from SkyWest 5350.
November 41 Kilo Kilo, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
Switching to Atlanta Center on 127.85, see November 41 Kilo Kilo.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Staunton, Virginia. Staunton was founded in 1747 and is one of the oldest cities in the Shenandoah Valley. It's known for its well-preserved historic downtown, which features architecture from the 18th and 19th centuries, including the birthplace of President Woodrow Wilson. The city played a significant role during the Civil War as a supply and transportation hub for the Confederacy, and its location along the old Virginia Central Railroad made it a strategic point.
Delta 1695, contact Washington Center on 133.55.
133.55 for Delta 1695.
King Air 0 Papa Juliet, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
Since there aren't any major
Switching to
points of
Atlanta
interest
Center on
immediately visible, let me
127.85,
tell you
King
about
Air
the
0
closest
Papa
city,
Juliet.
Staunton, Virginia. Staunton was founded in
This is your captain
1747 and is
speaking.
one of the oldest cities in the
If you're
Shenandoah
enjoying the
Valley.
flight,
It's
go
known for
ahead
its
and hit that
well-preserved
subscribe
historic
button.
downtown, which features architecture
for
from the
flying
18th
with us
and
today.
19th centuries, including the birthplace of President Woodrow Wilson. The city played a significant role during the Civil War as a supply and transportation hub for the Confederacy, and its location along the old Virginia Central Railroad made it a strategic point.
Piedmont 6014, radar contact. Climb and maintain 9,000.
Up to 9,000, Piedmont 6014.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest airport, Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport. This airport, designated SHD, opened in 1958 and serves as a key hub for general aviation and regional commercial flights in this part of Virginia. It's known for its role in connecting the Shenandoah Valley to larger cities like Washington, D.C. and Chicago through regional carriers. The airport is also home to a number of flight schools and maintenance facilities, making it a popular spot for aviation enthusiasts and students.
United 2148, contact Washington Center on 133.975.
133.975 for United 2148, good day.
Piedmont 6014, contact Washington Center on 133.025.
133.025 for Piedmont 6014.
Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest airport, Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport. This airport, designated SHD, opened in 1958 and serves as a key hub for general aviation and regional commercial flights in this part of Virginia. It's known for its role in connecting the Shenandoah Valley to larger cities like Washington, D.C. and Chicago through regional carriers. Since there aren't any major points of interest immediately visible, let me tell you about the closest city, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Harrisonburg was officially founded in 1780, and it has long been a crossroads in the Shenandoah Valley, thanks to its location along the old Great Wagon Road. The city is home to James Madison University.
Citation 4 Golf Alpha, contact Atlanta Center on 127.85.
Harrisonburg played a significant role during the Civil War,
127.85 for citation 4 Golf Alpha. Good day.
Forces.
Got about 55 more miles, guys. And we'll be...
Since we're in the Shenandoah Valley, one of the most striking features visible from the air in this area is Massanutten Mountain. This long, narrow ridge stretches for about 50 miles and is a classic example of a synclinal mountain formed over millions of years as softer rock eroded away, leaving the harder quartzite behind. Massanutten is popular with hikers, mountain bikers and glider pilots thanks to its dramatic slopes and the way it catches thermals. The mountain was also significant during the Civil War, as its ridges provided cover and strategic vantage points for both Union and Confederate troops.
Atomic compression November Charlie Juliet 472 currently at 5,500, 53 miles from KJYO.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac departure, roger. Say request.
Visual VFR down to Leesburg, runway 17.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg traffic, winds 310 at 3, altimeter 3013. Runway 23 in use, runway 17 not available. Air Canada 7080, contact Dulles Tower on 134.425.
134.425 for Air Canada 7080. Good day.
Alright, so we gotta change our...
Turn left 270, descend
approach.
and maintain 4,300 until established on the localizer. Cleared rudder. RNAV 21, west wind 3657.
West wind 3657. Contact Charlottesville Albemarle Tower on 124.5.
124.5, west wind 3657. Potomac approach, west wind 3657 is with you, climbing to 4,000.
United 625, contact Dulles Tower on 134.425.
134.425 for United 625.
Delta 1267, contact Washington Center on 135.525.
135.525 for Delta 1267. Good day.
Brickyard 4597, contact Washington Center on 132.275.
132.275 for Brickyard 4597.
Departure Baron 5 Echo November 2000
Since
for
there aren't any
4000.
major points of interest immediately
Baron
visible,
5
let
Echo
me tell
November,
you
radar
about the closest
contact,
airport,
climb and maintain
Luray
6000.
Caverns Airport. This public-use airport serves the town of Luray and is just a short distance from the famous Luray Caverns.
Turn right,
The
heading
airport was
215.
established to support tourism in the area,
Turn
especially
right,
for visitors coming to explore
215.
the caverns,
321 Alpha
which are
Charlie.
among the largest and most popular
Contact
areas in the United
Washington
States.
Center, Piper
It's just over
785.
3,100 feet long, making
Piper
it suitable
785,
for small
contact
general
Charlottesville,
aviation
Albemarle Tower on
aircraft.
124.5.
Alright guys, I'm gonna kill our tour guide. Let me just clean that up real quick. Uh-oh. What now? Jesus. Why is this? It's like freezing up on me. Hello? Approach November Charlie Juliet 472 is requesting clearance to the Bravo airspace over to Leesburg.
November Charlie Juliet 472 unable. Remain clear of Bravo. Say request.
VFR to Leesburg, runway 35. So we'll just stay under. We're going to go down to 1200, so we should be good.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 35 not available. Runway 23 is active.
Why are you putting me at 23? There is no 23. See, this is the thing that I hate about the stupid say intentions. Because it thinks I'm going to Manassas. I didn't put it that. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just have it
West wind 3657. Contact Washington Center on 133.2.
133.2, West wind 3657. 33.2, West wind 3657.
I filed a plan. This thing's all jacked up. But their CEO, say intention CEO, don't want to hear it. They're like, oh, it's working. I'm like, it's not working correctly. I don't know. That's why he's telling me runway 23, and I'm like, no. Why does it think I'm going to Manassas?
West wind 3657. Contact Washington Center on 133.2.
133.2, West wind 3657. Proceed direct McDonald, West wind 3657.
West wind 3657. Climb and maintain 16,000.
Guys, let's do this. We'll just go ahead and saying tensions is wrong. Let me see. We can fix this. Good evening, Washington Center, November Charlie Juliet 472, currently 55, 27 nautical miles from Leesburg. Would like VFR clearance if possible.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac approach, VFR flight following not available without radar contact. Remain clear of TFRs in the area. Advise if further assistance needed.
We'll just stay VFR. We'll be fine. This thing is really screwing up. Let me drop so I can get down to the Bravo airspace.
Blue Streak 5388, contact Reagan Tower on 119.1.
119.1 for Blue Streak 5388. Good day.
Brickyard 5843, contact Reagan Tower on 119.1.
119.1 for Brickyard 5843. Good day.
Air Portugal 233, contact Dulles Tower on 134.425.
134.425, Air Portugal 233.
will come down to 1200. We'll just fly low.
Blue Streak 5213, contact Reagan Tower on 119.1.
119.1 for Blue Streak 5213. West wind 3657. Contact Washington approach on 127.05.
127.05 for West wind 3657.
All these planes over here, this pattern right here, that's actually for Dulles. You're coming down 1911. 19C and 19R.
Southwest 2147, contact Baltimore Tower on 119.4.
Over to Baltimore Tower on 119.4 and Southwest 2147.
We'll
United 347, contact
right
Dulles
here.
Tower on 134.425.
134.425 for United 347. Good day.
United 925, contact Dulles Tower on 134.425.
Over to Dulles Tower on 134.425, United 925.
Because I hit the throttle that we're actually increasing.
Commutair 4305, contact Potomac departure on 119.85.
What the hell?
119.85 for Commutair 4305. Good day.
What was that? The map was messed up. The hell? Woo! Now let's see the same tensions. I'm just curious. See, now it changed. Okay, Dulles. Now it went back to, it's fine now.
Departure Delta 2963, 2000 for 4000.
Delta 2963, radar contact. Climb and maintain 12, 12000.
Up to 12, 12000, Delta 2963.
Departure Southwest 3488, 2000 for 4000.
Southwest 3488, radar contact. Climb and maintain 13, 13000.
Washington Center, November Charlie Juliet 472, currently VFR 1200. We're going to do the runway 35, visual approach to at Leesburg, runway 35.
13, 13000, Southwest 3488. Delta 2963, contact Potomac departure on 119.85. November Charlie Juliet 472, squawk 4265 and ident.
Squawking 4265, November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, negative radar contact. Please verify you're squawking 4265 and your transponder is set to mode C.
November Charlie Juliet 472, you should see me on squawk 4265, November.
November Charlie Juliet 472, radar contact. 5 southeast of Goose Hunt Farm Airport at 1200 feet. Leesburg altimeter 3006. Cleared into the Washington Reagan National Class B airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 2500 feet. November Charlie Juliet 472, radar contact. Cleared into the Washington Reagan National Class B airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 2500 feet.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, maintain below 2500. I screwed
Brickyard
that one up.
4395, radar contact, climb and maintain 8000. November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Potomac approach on 119.85.
Potomac approach, November Charlie Juliet 472, currently 1200, about 1.5 miles from Leesburg, runway 35.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac approach. Good evening, Leesburg altimeter 3006. Grizzly Airlines 2902, turn left heading 340.
Right 030, Grizzly 2902. Left 340, Grizzly 2902.
And the runway should be there. There it is. There it is.
Potomac approach, United 1464, 9,000.
United 1464, radar contact.
Potomac approach, Southwest 3534, 12,000.
Southwest 3534, radar contact.
Potomac approach, Delta 1687, 4,000.
Delta 1687, radar contact.
Departure, United 996, 2,000 for 4,000.
United 996, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11, 1000. Commutator 4305, contact Washington Center on 133.55.
133.55 for Commutator 4305. Good day.
United 996, contact Potomac departure on 119.85.
119.85 for United 996. Good day. Potomac departure, United 996, 1,000.
United 996, radar contact. United 3771, direct reckon. Cleared for the RNAV Zulu runway 19 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established.
Descending to 3000, cleared for the RNAV Zulu 19 right approach, United 3771.
United 996, contact Washington Center on 126.875.
Switching to Washington Center on 126.875 at United 996.
Potomac approach, Southwest 3352, 15,000.
Southwest 3352, radar contact. United 3771, contact Dulles Tower on 134.425.
134.425 for United 3771. Good day.
Potomac approach, Southwest 1744, 9,000. Southwest 1744, radar contact.
Potomac approach, Southwest 2919, 9,000.
Southwest 2919, radar contact. November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac approach. I need to amend your flight. Can you tell me your destination?
Leesburg, on approach right now to runway 35.
Southwest 665, direct GRT. Cleared for the RNAV Z runway 28 approach. Descend and maintain altitude 1300 until established. November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 35. Cleared for the visual approach. Winds 320 at 5. Altimeter 3006.
Departure United 884, 2,000 for 4,000.
United 884, radar contact. Climb and maintain 9,000.
Up to 9,000, United 884.
Southwest 3488, contact Washington Center on 133.975.
Over to Washington Center on 133.975, Southwest 3488.
United 884, contact Potomac departure on 119.85.
119.85 for United 884. Good day. Potomac departure, United 884, 1,000.
United 884, radar contact.
Potomac approach, Southwest 678.
Descending to 2500, cleared for the RNAV 01 approach, Southwest 2919.
was a 230 nautical mile journey. Do this real quick.
Leesburg clearance. Skyhawk 553 Alpha Zulu, radio check.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, Leesburg, ground information Foxtrot is current. State your request.
Skyhawk Alpha Zulu just requesting a radio check. Leesburg delivery, Skyhawk 553 Alpha Zulu.
Okay guys, we're gonna flip over to this other parking. I gotta fix that radar or my monitor. Because I need maintenance on my plane, so I gotta take it back here. They told me to leave it back here, so. Alright.
Leesburg ground, Skyventure 220. We'd like to taxi to the runway for VFR departure to the west.
Alright guys, that's my flight
Leesburg
for
ground,
tonight.
Skyventure 220.
Hope you
We'd
guys
like to
enjoyed
taxi
it.
to the active runway
Sorry
for
for the
the
rocky
VFR
start.
westbound departure.
Skyventure 220, Leesburg ground, taxi to transient parking at your discretion. Good day.
Now my mouse doesn't work.
Leesburg Tower, Piper,
Anyway,
7791 Papa, ready for IFR departure to Providence, Rhode Island, runway 35.
great. Now the mouse don't work.